Good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Tallahassee. I am just loving this cool weather. It has continued for a while and it is absolutely great. Thank you so much for being here on this chilly Sunday here in Tallahassee or wherever you happen to be. This is a beautiful day. This is a gorgeous day. I wanted to share something with you and then I forgot to bring my book out here. But with my Glam Squad, which is the gorgeous ladies of abundant manifesting, we do a daily journal, and it's a quick journal. And good morning, Deborah. Gotcha. And in every Leslie. Okay. Deborah and Leslie. Yes, yes, yes. So every day we have some wonderful affirmation, actually quotations, and I meant to bring it out to talk to you about it today and I forgot. So that means, hey Jamie, I'm going to see you later today, right? At 2 o'clock. Just give me a thumbs up if I've got that. That's what I've got on my calendar, Jamie. So just let me know. But I've got you down for a card for today. So here we are. Here we are in this beautiful Pisces energy. I was going to say Aquarian. Were you? Oh, and I didn't know that. Oh, I wish you would have let me know. Oh, that would have been so much fun to catch up with you in person. Okay, so we're good for this afternoon at 2. Yes. So it's a beautiful day, as I said, and I'm just enjoying this. It's sometimes it takes me a couple of days to recover from my visit in Miami. That's because we're going all the time, and I am keeping up with a 6-year-old, which I absolutely adore. So I have a few days just to recover, and it works. It's perfect. And I'm back to me and energetic and excited. So yes, it's good to feel that energy again. So here we are, Sun in Pisces, this beautiful, compassionate, loving energy. And the moon is in Libra. It is a beautiful day. It is that perfect energy. And we have Venus and Mars still dancing together. I mean, love, compassion, sharing, that all that energy is what is today, and that is so perfect for this new Pisces sun in Pisces energy with the sun in Pisces. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to get right with it, but I do want to give you a few reminders. The special of the month is Still Connect with Joy. I love, love, love this reading. It is wonderful for you to connect with the joyful part of you. Maybe some part that you really didn't recognize was being covered up or blocked in any way. So it really brings that out and shows where you're blocking and shows where you're just amplifying this joy. So it's really wonderful to find that balance of letting it happen wherever it happens, and that's a gorgeous one. Also, what I love about this reading is it's not just for a person, one person, it's also for two. This can be, I've done it with mother and daughter, I've done it with husband and wife, committed relationships. I've also done it for partnerships, people going into partnerships or already in a partnership and wanting to elevate that. And this is the real joy in this reading, is that it's not about searching for what is wrong with the relationship or what is wrong with you. It's amplifying all the goodness. You already know it's going well with your partner, whether or family member or what business partner, whatever that happens to be. You already know it's going well and you want it to be as good as it can possibly get. That's what this is about. You already know you're feeling joyful, but you want to be at the top of your game of feeling the pure joy at all times. That's what this reading is about, and that's why I love it so much. We also have Tarot Flow coming up Saturday, because we alternate between Thursday and Saturdays. So it's Saturday, March 12th at 10 a.m. So the links are there for a one-time visit, or if you want to save and subscribe, and that really helps too. Also is the online tarot gallery reading. We just had that on Thursday night, and it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing how a single card reading for each person in that group gives a group energy plus your own message from your card and the message that comes from that group of all the other cards. It's really a phenomenal experience. It elevates all of that reception. That, yeah, it was fantastic, Ruth, wasn't it? And it went in an energetic level that we weren't really thinking about or anticipating, but that's where it went. That's where source, the universe, brought us. And it was really heart expanding, absolutely beautiful. So I really, really loved it. And I enjoy doing it. It is so much fun. It is so much fun. And there is such a great group of ladies, because most of the time the men don't join us. So it's a great group of women that you feel safe with and supported with in both groups, both Tarot Flow and in online tarot gallery reading. So it is, I can't say enough about it, because Thursday, I'm still on that high from Thursday because it was so great. So here we are with the qualities of Pisces spread or reading. So this is about fluctuation, being able to be flexible, being able to move with the flow, depth, going deep into determining focus, the real reason for your focus and your actions, imagination. Now it's being reactive rather than proactive, and that can be a positive and a negative. So we can use that in however it serves us best. It's about being receptive. It's also a bit mystical, because Pisces energy can have this veil where sometimes we don't always see straight through it and we wonder what's on the other side. And it's about compassion. And Angie explained to us, and I've seen it also in some of the Abraham Hicks videos, the difference between compassion and empathy or sympathy. When you hold your vibration at a higher level, it's about bringing people up to you to feel that elevated vibration rather than your giving up your elevated vibration and moving down. So compassion is about being able, Isabella, yay, oh, it's so good to see you. Oh my goodness, this is so wonderful. Across the pond we have Isabella. Thank you for being here. You warm my heart just seeing you here. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. So as we talked about, empathy and sympathy means you go down to the level of the person to meet them where they are. Mwah, Isabella. And compassion means you're secure with your vibration. You're keeping it high, keeping the light going to help raise that person up. So there is a big difference. It's about holding space for someone and not being in their space. That's what compassion is. So you actually can accomplish more with compassion than with sympathy or empathy. So it's about those of you that are of service, and all of you that are on here are, it's about raising that up, raising that up. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'd like you to think about the qualities that I just mentioned of imagination and reception and compassion and that mysticism and that love and caring. And let's take this. I'm going to now divide the deck. And this is going to be an 8-card reading. I take the bottom card. Oh, it's 11-11, so we're in the right place, as the summary card and put it off to the side. And now we have 7 cards. And I'm using the Illuminati deck. You know, this is my go-to deck. 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and as I do in all my readings, and I do it here even when I'm doing a reading for you, you know, this general reading of energy. And you know that you can always have this reading for yourself at half price, even if it's not listed as half price on my website. So yes, if you've seen it here, you can have it. Just let me know. I saw you do that on your Facebook Live, and I'd like to have that reading myself. So I'd love to have it for half price. So here we go. Why is it important to remain malleable? Now, malleable means being able to go with the flow. That doesn't mean that if somebody tells you something, you're going to go with them. Somebody else tells you something else, and they're not holding your own energy to be who you are. That's not what that means. It means about being flexible. if we stay so rigid, there's a lot of angst in that, especially when we have to make adjustments. And Lord knows all of you here know what that means. You know, you've got a plan in place and something happens and you've got to switch it around. So why is it important to remain malleable? And here we have a major arcana card. And this is the first of the major arcana cards, and this is the Fool. Now, so I have to be foolish and be malleable? No. What this means is you have to be open to what's out there. It means being open to whatever new thing is coming your way. What does that happen to be? You don't know. If you stay closed, you're never going to find out. If you stay open to it, you are going to find out. So if something's not going your way, rather than complaining about it, be open to, okay, that means the universe is sending me something better. So what is that? What do I want? So also, before I go to the next card, Isabella, you are so wonderful to be here. There you are from the UK. I am going to put you down, Isabella, for a card at the end of the reading. So if you are still here, and you can also see the recording when we're done at the end, I have a special one-card reading for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. So, what do I discover moving into my deepest paths? Another major arcana card. In fact, we have 3 major arcana cards out of these. This is the Wheel. What do I discover moving into my deepest depths? I don't know. I don't know what I will discover, but I won't know anything. I'll always be mindless of that unless I really go. I will always not know. It's like saying unless you ask, it's always a no. Well, unless you go to look for what's even further within you, what makes you, you're not going to know. And it could be something that you could expand on, or it could be something that you can clear because you don't need it anymore. You don't know. The Wheel is always moving. That means who knows what's going to come up. It's changeable, but you won't know what's there unless you try. And sometimes that's a scary prospect when you think about going deep within. It can be a scary prospect, but it doesn't have to be. You can know that whatever the universe has to share with you, as you do this, as you go deep to find the true you, to discover more of the true you, the universe is not going to be hurtful in any way. It's to expand and to make you more loving and caring of those around you, not just who you are. So the third card, how do I make the most of my imagination? Well, try it all. This is the 7 of Cups. So this means that you have so many choices out there. There are so many options that you have for you to choose from. That's what imagination is about. I was in Tasha Chen's, along with some others, some wonderful women, training for a couple of years ago. And our last session, when we came together, she says, I know that you have been talking about your dreams and what you'd like, but kick it up a notch. What more is out there? What more that you have sort of had an inkling about, but you didn't want to go there because you thought that it was impossible. So dream the impossible. You never know. Dream the impossible. You never know. Shoot for the multiverse, and you'll end up in who knows what part of the universe. It doesn't matter. Wherever you shoot for, go for it. There are so many choices out there. Some of them you don't care about, and that's okay. Toss them aside. Hold on to those that really are meaningful for you, that make your heart sing, that just make you feel like, I've got this. You know, that's really possible. How can I do this? It makes it so enjoyable and satisfying. And that's such a beautiful feeling. 4, how can I become less reactive? Another major arcana card. Guess what it is? It is the Devil. How can I become less reactive? Recognizing my triggers. The Devil is about addictive behaviors. And that's what I'm referring to. It's more than that, but that's what I'm referring to it in this. So and I always tell this story, and please bear with me and your patience for me repeating it. But I would fly off the handle, not terribly, but get upset about any little thing that went wrong. And and all of a sudden it dawned on me, why am I doing this? This is ridiculous. This is nothing to get upset about. Why am I getting, oh my God, this is always happening to me. This is what? And I realized it was a behavior that I was still holding on to that I learned from my mom. Now, I love my mom. That was her behavior for me to learn from. And that was an addictive behavior that I had that I wasn't fully aware of. So how can I become less reactive? Recognizing your triggers. If there are behaviors, whatever they happen to be, something happens and you head for the half gallon of ice cream. Something happens and you go get that wine or beer, whatever it happens to be. It doesn't have to be a bad reaction to it, but it's something that all of a sudden you realize, where is this behavior coming from and why? Why when this happens to me, I feel less confident, more like a little kid, like I can't function? What is it that makes me feel that way, and what caused it? That's what this is about. So how can I become less reactive? And that also refers to discover the depths within you. What is within me that makes me me? And triggers, which can be a positive or a negative behavior, are something to take a look at. Yeah, it's true, Ruth. And you're working on that. You are doing better. You are doing better. Now, however you learn this, you have to help Tim with that, because he has not any patience driving in Miami. So, okay, card 5. How do I become more receptive to good? I love this card. This is so great, and it doesn't look like a fun card. This is a 10 of Swords. Swords is the suit of air. That's the air element. So that means it's about the thoughts. And this means death of the ego. Death of the... Notice how this whole... Yeah, I know Ruth doesn't drive in Miami. When we took a trip to do scuba diving in the Keys, and we were coming up to Miami to visit Tim for a bit, we got to the county line and she says, okay, we're changing drivers. And believe me, Ruth does not give up driving easily. So I knew. But we had a good, fun trip. That was for sure. So this 10 of Swords. How do I become more receptive to good? By learning to receive. Being able to receive. By saying, I am worthy of receiving. I am also allowing this person that is generously giving me a gift the opportunity to give. If someone offers you to help or give you a gift, do whatever, it's not because you can't. It's because they feel they want to give you a gift. And when you tell them, no, oh no, I don't need that. I don't want you to do that. No, I'm good on my own. I could do this myself. You are denying them the gift of giving. And you are denying you the gift of receiving. As I learned from Bert Smith Lyons, giving and receiving is the same energy. And in that flow of giving and receiving, that's what makes life so good. Because as you give, you're allowing someone to receive, and you're getting that generous, loving feeling of giving. So it goes both ways. And in their receiving, they're giving you the gift, that wonderful feeling of giving. So it is a beautiful thing, but you have to give up some stuff, some old thoughts, some old feelings to go there. So yes, to be receptive to your good, you have to allow others to give and you to receive. And I'm sure there's more to it, but this is the message that I'm receiving right now about this card. So, okay, how does mysticism serve me? This is an interesting one. This is the Queen of Swords. Swords again is thoughts, and notice it's all about perceptions and how we see things. So this is about thoughts. How does mysticism serve me? Because I'm in charge. I love the thought, the mystery of living, of life, of the joy of not knowing what the universe is going to be sending to me. Yes, I am creating. I'm always asking. I'm always saying, wouldn't this be nice? It would be great if. And I have my manifested boards all over the place. But what is important is that you know that even though that specific thing is what you asked for, it can come to you in a different way than you ever expected it to. It can come to you in a different way than ever expected. My little Teddy, I never thought I'd be a grandmother, and here he is. And he came in a way that I wouldn't have thought. And I adore that little guy. Those of you that know me know that he is my all. So how does it serve me? Because I know that I'm in charge, and I look for the mystery and of how the universe unfolds for me. But as the queen, I'm in charge of it. That means I have the maturity and the wisdom to know that because something doesn't come in the route that I expect it, doesn't mean I'm not going to get it. It means that the universe has another, even more special way to send it to me. And that is satisfying. That whole thought is satisfying. That means that you are so loved and so cared for that to happen. Isn't that beautiful? Doesn't that feel good? Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, it is, Carol. And I've been watching all those pictures of your gorgeous little one, that first grandbaby. Oh, my goodness. Yes. And I have my Teddy. How do I walk with compassion? This is the Four of Wands. And this is about building that foundation. And of course, we already talked about compassion. That firm foundation within who you are to be able to help elevate others and give to others without going down to that hurtful level that they're in. You can't serve anyone by giving them sympathy. Sometimes all you can do is listen from that compassionate place, being supportive of them, holding space for them, but not being in their space. But it comes from knowing who you are, this firm foundation. Four of Wands, it's like the four corners of a home, that strong foundation of who you are. Knowing that about your connection and alignment being so important with Source that whatever they have to say does not bring you down, does not bring you down to them. So that's why we have to sometimes rethink when we think about energy vampires. Is it them, or are we allowing them because I've gone down to their space? So we have to rethink that. You're in charge of you. You have control of you. When we start blaming or justifying, we're giving up that power. So just know that that firm foundation that you create is what makes everything happen for you. And when it happens for you, it happens for others. So the summary card for this is the Empress. That means you're firm in your energy. You know who you are. You give generously in love and caring. And it never takes anything away from you. It never brings you down. It never takes anything away from you. You know who, hey Lisa, oh, it's so nice to have you here. Oh, thank you, mwah. It is that beautiful energy of knowing who you are. And just that alone gives energy and caring to everyone else. This is such a beautiful card. And let me get it over here closer to the camera. This is such a beautiful, beautiful card. In fact, I'm going to post this one also at the end. When we finish this, I'm going to post it because this one just really was such a beautiful, beautiful summary card. So we also then get to have the cards for we have 4 people today because I wanted to gift Isabella for being here, because I so appreciate the time and space and your loving support. So thank you so much, Isabella. So, okay, I'm shuffling the cards, and we're going to go to our 4 single card readings, which will also give us a group reading, and then we'll do the animal spirit cards, because I just love those, and they're always on target. They're always right on. It's just so amazing. Okay, Deborah. Okay, this is the 7 of Wands, Deborah, and this is about a lot of stuff going on. It can be conflict. It can be some confusion. And what I'm sensing from this is you've got to determine what's the most important thing to handle right now. And I'm feeling that all of the things may seem important right now that you have to look at, handle, deal with, however you want to put it, but they may not be by the time you start handling these. By the time you start creating okay, this is what I have to deal with first, let me get it out of the way. This is what I deal with next, let me get it out of the way. And then you're going to find that maybe all those other things aren't as important. And it becomes easier. Only deal with what you have to deal with at the moment that is getting your attention first, that has that deadline, that has that whatever. Do that first and start. Do not look at the total, the whole picture of all the things. Take one at a time. I know I've started doing that, and it really makes a big difference. Because I don't want to go into overwhelmment. When you feel overwhelmed, what you're saying to the universe is, I'm not ready for all that I ask for. Universe is trying to give it to you, but you're saying, oh dear, I'm overwhelmed, there's too much to handle. Then you're saying to the universe, stop. I can't take all this right now. So, that's how that works. But so what I've tried to do now, and I am doing it, not trying, I am doing it, is, that's exactly right, Deborah. That's exactly right. And you go with that. And you go with it. Okay, but I've been working on doing that way, and it's been a lot easier. Okay, Leslie. Okay, Leslie. Ace of Wands. Did you have this before? Yay, Lisa. Did you have this before, Leslie? Because, hey, Vanetta. Nice to see you. I'm so glad you're here. So, you've got a lot of... We were talking about new ideas and new ways that you were doing business on Thursday, and new things that you wanted to do and how you were realigning it. Well, now you're putting it into place. Okay? So this is about new beginnings, but Wands is the fire sign, so there's a lot of action in that. So now that you're thinking about how you're streamlining, how you're working smarter, not harder, you're now putting it into place. And I'm also feeling from this that you're finding that as you're putting it into place, more stuff is coming up to make it easier for you. So this is the action card for smarter, not harder, Leslie. I think this really works well. Yes. Okay, Jamie. Okay, let me get that card, and then we'll do Isabella. Okay, here we go. Ooh, nice, Jamie. I like this. This is the 7 of Pentacles, and of course, Pentacles is the earth sign. It's also about money, and this is about looking at all the things that you have in place that are growing, and you are appreciating every single thing that's there. It's appreciating that now the seeds have been planted and they're growing, and you're seeing the fruit begin to blossom and grow, and it's ready. It's getting ready for the picking. You're making it, the soil, richer. You're giving it that sunlight and water, and you can look and say, wow, look at what we've done. Isn't this great? I just love this. This is perfect. I can see how it's going to be a bountiful harvest. Ooh, I like that card. That felt really good. Okay, Isabella. Okay, Isabella, this is the Ten of Wands. Wands is the fire sign. And this shows, and this says to me, and the general meaning of this card is that I have a lot on my plate and some things have to be removed. Some things have to come off. And it's interesting that a lot of the cards pertain to how you're working. Oh, did you get the Genesis, Jamie? Wow, good for you. This card is saying some of the things, just like it's similar to what I was saying to Deborah, Isabella, that some things have to go by the wayside. You've got a lot going on. What is the most important to you? What is the one that you really, really love? What do you really care about the most? And go for it. Because I know you're a very creative person, Isabella. You've got a lot going on. There's a lot happening and a lot of things that you love. But you now, to make them even more effective, you have to glean and you have to put some of those off to the side. Not ditch them permanently, but leave them on the list, but they're not action items at the moment. You're only taking action for those things that are really, really important to you. I'm feeling like if you sit with it for a while and let Source kind of guide you into determining the path that you want, because I knowing you, all of the ideas are great, all of the things that you want are great, but you are one person, and so it's like, how do I manage this? And that is by prioritizing and letting some things go off to the side, not ditch them permanently, because you don't ever want to do that. It's an idea that's been given to you. So have it on the list of something that maybe will happen later, but focus your energy and attention on the most important things right now. And again, that's similar to Deborah's message as well. So we've got a lot going, and it's such a, I mean, excuse me, it's such a blessing to have so much going on, right? To have these opportunities after we had the moment of quiet with not being able to get out and about. So absolutely, Isabella, thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're going to do the animal spirit cards because I just absolutely love these, and these more than anything. And I will post the Queen of Swords, no, the Empress. So that was the one that was the final card for the energy of Pisces. And because I really love her, and I probably will post this one too. So let me do this. Ooh, and this really applies to, and especially with Isabella and Deborah, this really applies. This is Venture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. So those ideas, those things that you want to do, they're not wasted. They gave you something to help you plan and move forward. So look at everything. Give it its respect of looking at it to see how it will serve you. Nothing is wasted. Okay, I love that card. I mean, nothing is wasted. Even when you think something is an accident, a mistake, or whatever, none of that is true. It's not wasted. It's taught you something. Everything brings you a gift and teaches you something. Thank you so much today. If I left anything off, please remind me, Ruth, if I forgot something. And congratulations, Jamie, on your car. Text me a picture of this beauty that you got. And to think that you came all the way to Tallahassee to get it. Oh, my gosh. And Isabella, thank you so much for being here. Lisa, haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you all. I love you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to do what I love. It's really warms my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. And remember, joy has your name on it. Bye now.